off?
Yeah, we have to.
Okay.
We have to.
You're live. No more swearing.
We don't swear.
Okay, let's not do it. Let's not do it.
Let's just put the.
Let's
All right, let's get
pretend we
the
can do it without-
let's get the clutch on while they're playing over
So, what I want to know is,
there. Just the clutch hub lock tab for a 45. It goes into the splines of the clutch gear, and the hub nut goes on here like this. Tightens it down, and you beat over the holes here like this one was to lock it. But I'm putting a lock tab on too. See, we catch us whispering over there, you know.
you got it? Okay, hang on a second, we're not ready for that one yet.
Do you want to be able to take this nut off down the road, or you want to put it on for good?
I'd like to take it off.
This one here.
Alright. I can't tighten it down real tight.
Where's the good guy?
The edge of the primary chain's out?
The what?
Primary chain?
We haven't gotten it yet. We haven't been given that from Tatro machine yet.
You haven't got one yet?
Where's the goop?
I'm sure we.
Where's the fuel loop?
I'm sure we got it.
I didn't take it. Did I?
What's that?
I didn't take it, did I?
I don't think so.
I do what you're looking for.
From this stuff forward
This is.
So you go back and forth till the lock pops and groove, and it tightens down.
should have been a.
Once you get it started, go ahead and
Plastic bag.
pound it in there. Okay, I'm not going to tighten it real tight, only tight.
Why would we take it off again?
Oh, here it is.
Okay, so you got the
Motor sprocket key.
11/16 wrench.
Oh, hey.
There is 11/16 right here.
Okay.
Ooh.
You need more than one?
No, I don't need either one of them. You do.
Wipe the goop off the taper so I can put Loctite on it.
They don't make stuff like this anymore.
You know why?
It's not EPA friendly?
It's illegal.
Really?
In California, everything's illegal. Where's that chain at? You got a chain out yet or not?
The primary?
Yeah.
I haven't gotten one yet.
You got to put a new one on or put your old jump one on?
New one.
We don't have an old junk one. Remember, it was belt drive.
Right, go ahead and get that started.
You know what I'm gonna do?
You gonna get that started?
I'm done.
I hope not. What we don't want to do is cross-thread them. Okay.
Oh, no.
So we don't use a wrench till we get them started.
That's correct.
We didn't take them. Don't say. Shh.
That's being recorded. Did I tell you that I passed the captain's license?
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
I've been so wrapped up in my problems.
Well, shoot.
Okay, that started. Getting one here. All right, let me
One
get-
new primary
maybe a
chain.
flashlight or something.
Diamond.
I'm sure there's scoop down there.
The good ones. When you can buy them.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so maybe this will do that. Some thick shit, man.
This is aircraft shit, isn't it?
Well, it's actually for my fuel trucks and stuff. It's called fuel lube, and you put it on all the moving
chain.
parts.
It's 100 pins
all the
long for
seals and
a solo
everything.
bike.
You know, anything that moved or had fuel in it, that's what you used.
There you go.
And it
Goes on like
dissipates
that.
with oil and fuel and heat, but not on the threads. It seals them.
Somebody put this side together over here too.
Now, wait a minute, where is this going? Who put that on?
What's that?
This here.
I did. That's the rear chain
Yeah, but
oiler.
hang on a second. Yeah, I think it might. No, it's not. It's not. I was listening.
Alright, where do I take
Okay, we got the oil lines on. We put the pipes back on.
You get all the lines on?
Yep.
Well, we got two of them.
Did you get them all in there? You got the chain oiler?
We got the chain oiler.
But we don't know how the chain oiler.
It connects on top of the train and the kicker bolt back there.
Yeah.
But you have to tighten it down there before you put the pipe on, because the pipe hides all that shit.
Yeah.
So whatever you gotta do it now, not later.
Uh-oh. I forgot. I need to drill this hole out
For what?
for a bigger bolt. Remember this one was stripped?
I don't remember.
Oh, so we put a bigger bolt in it?
Where did this come out?
Okay.
Plastic bag?
This one.
So that's the chain oiler, you gotta put the bigger hole on it?
This looks too neat. But
You're right.
is this it?
Yeah, you're worth it. You're worth it.
I'll just set it on there and top.
What do I do with the key?
Watch your head. I do that only on this side.
Okay. So now that we have these hand tight, now we need to put them on good and tight.
Good and tight.
Uh-oh.
Alright, what did I do with my key?
I think this one should have gone
There it
down
is, right
on
here.
the inside of this one.
Why?
Because this needs to be over.
Having a key on the bottom of
It's
this
rubbing
motor
on
is not
here.
easy.
Or do we just,
Wait a minute. This
Move
one.
this
This
up.
one's okay. You talk about this one here.
yeah. I'm thinking, do you think that's right?
No. But hang on a second. I'll tell you in a minute.
Boy, it's a high compression motor.
Let's see.
Can't do that with a pan head.
You guide that one down there.
I went too far. Okay, how about that?
Nope. Okay, now it's good.
Okay. I'm gonna get mine in first. You
No, hang on a second. It doesn't matter. I'm just holding mine in place.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Guilty.
Pull it out. It's got to be like that. That's not going in.
That's tight.
Okay, see, so it's not straight. And put yours where it's got to go.
Okay.
Put yours where it's got to go. Now move it now. Maybe you can help it.
Put the lines on?
Well, we weren't, but now we are again.
Oh.
Did you get that one started? No. Okay, hang on a second. Let me see if I can do it, okay?
Some light?
Hand me that green one if you would. Thanks.
You mean my light's not helping? There used to be a light behind you up there on the wall you can turn on. Of course, we lost it.
That started?
I think it might be, but I'm not sure. There it goes. Keep doing whatever you did. Okay, that's definitely good, but don't get crazy.
Okay.
Bend them to fit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so now, here, hold this. Let me see if I can get this one on. Now make sure it's where you wanted it.
Well, once we get it in there, then we'll bend it further away from this thing.
God dang it.
Are you guilty again?
No, I wouldn't be, but
I would have hooked that one up first because that's the hardest one.
I was wondering why you weren't over here doing this one.
I was doing the hard part of installing the chain on the other side of the bike. Someone has to operate the camera.
That's true.
That way we can make fun of you or help the other people.
I can't tell if it's on there straight or not. It's not.
Well,
Let me have this.
should we take the...
No, shine the light down here. I need the light.
Looks to me like it's going uphill about 15 degrees from my angle.
You see what I'm doing? I'm pulling this way.
Yeah.
Pull it that way. Pull it this way. There you go. Look at the threads. I can't tell.
How about now?
I can't tell. I don't know why I should be able to
What you gonna do the top one?
keep doing this one because I think this one's on straight. Keep pulling it that way. Bend it, bend it. Okay, right there, hold that.
Okay.
Let go for a second. Let go for a second. Oh my gosh. Okay. Bend it that way again, this way or whatever way we're doing it inversely. All right, let go of it. Let go right there. Okay, pull it. All right, now let go. Yeah, it's not on the threads. I don't know what I'm not using a wrench. Okay, let go of it. Let go of it. Undo the top one completely. Can you?
It's tight.
Well, it was on by hand.
Yeah, when you're pulling on it, it changes everything.
Yeah. Okay, that one's off. That one should come off now.
Okay.
So why don't you leave the line in there where it needs to go and pre-bend it a little bit?
Well,
Because obviously the ends are...
it fit.
there are
We
two.
had it on before we decided to take it off. Okay, so.
Not
Just hold it
necessarily. That might not be the same line that was on it, because I'm pretty sure it's not. That was on your bike,
Really?
your chicken coop bike, not your restored one.
Nothing looked this good on my chicken coop bike.
Well, Chip cleaned it.
There was a lot of poop on it.
Yeah.
Well, this one here is cross-threaded. The fitting's fucked up, I think. Let me look. Yep.
why don't we take this one,
Hang on a second, just a
take
minute.
this one off, put this on like we did before, and then bend it back into place.
Hang on a second. It's got me. All right, just let that dangle kind of, just loosely hold on to it.
Okay.
It's cross-threaded. All by hand.
Let me get down there and play with it a little bit.
What's that?
Let me get down there and play with it some.
It's cross-threaded.
Can't be that bad.
Go ahead.
Did we take this one off?
It wouldn't. It would help.
It would help.
See, the exhaust is in the way too, but
Well, not much.
the first thing I do is get all the oil off everything.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you gotta do.
But if I did it by hand. I did not use a wrench on it. Yep. I gotta go. I'm late.
All right. Thanks for the help.
Appreciate it.
Chip will wait for you tomorrow though, early.
Well, what's tomorrow?
The day after the day.
What is tomorrow? Sunday?
Who cares?
Oh,
It's another work day.
only work day.
All right. Why is this line on here? Here, get that thing out of the way. Undo that damn thing up there. Get rid of it. Let's get this big line out of here so I can clean the crap off of it. That's the first thing I do. I don't know why the motor's full of oil under there. You never cleaned it for some reason. How come you never cleaned it?
I have no idea.
It looks like there's about 15 damn oil leaks on that side of the bike. I should have got fixed too. Because now it's going to be very hard to get to them. Because now it's going to be buried behind everything. When that bash shield goes on there, you ain't never going to work on this thing again. Alright. This camera's too high. Okay, we drop it down. Alright. Okay, where's the line at? Right here?
Mm-hmm.
First thing I do is figure out what's going on with the line.
What do you think?
This line's all bent to hell, is what I think. Okay, let's see what this looks like. I'm cleaning the oil off so I can even see what it looks like. Okay, the net looks pretty good, so I don't see any problem with that. Threads look good. This line's not supposed to have all these fancy curves in here, which is not helping things, I'm sure.
Chip. Hate to bail, but I gotta go. All right. See you later, Ken.
All right, see you later. Okay, where's the... First thing I do is figure out the angles of this stuff. Okay, it appears that the overall arc is about right. That out of the way. Okay, that should go down all right, looks like. Hold that right there. Put no pressure on it, just hold it. Put no pressure on it. Okay. That's now installed. See, all you gotta do is just line it up without any pressure, get it on there, let go. Yes, there it is. It's on there by fingers. Okay. So now you got just a little bit of clearance, not a lot. It's finger tight. Okay, now we look up the top up here, and we see our angle is on this coming up into here. Let me feel it. Okay, see how the line's too high right now?
Yep.
So we got the line is arced too much. So we got to correct the arc in the line. Now we're not sure where the other line goes, so where's the other line go in this mix?
I think on the outside of this one.
So once we know where the other line is at, we can determine what we need to do to make it fit in there correctly. Where are we at here? Okay, so let me see back. I can't see your hand in the way. Okay, so this line here has to fit in kind of tight here. We're going to hit against this one right now because it's not in the right spot.
And we have to watch out for this cable.
You have no access to get your spark plug either, which is bad. So,
Should that go
why is this line not on the other side?
on the other side?
Yes. Why is it not over there right now? Because it'd be nice to be able to change your spark plugs when the oil lines are on the bike. And you got plenty of room to go in there. It's just this is not bent here correctly to do any of that stuff.
So do you put it on and then push the pipe around?
This one, no, you need to bend it before you
First.
get to it. Right now, you don't have enough arc in here.
Mm-hmm.
But if you come down too much, we're going to hit here. So you need to bend it down right back in here. So usually I put like something like a hammer handle back here.
Mm-hmm.
And you can kind of bend it around that. So where's your hammer handle? That's my hammer handle. Where's yours? Where's your screwdriver at?
Right there.
Where's your big screwdriver at? That's my hammer handle again.
They're all your hammer handles.
You didn't bring your own hammer handles with you?
No.
Oh, where's that one I have laying around that I use for important things like this?
That one? Oh, you mean that one?
You notice this has that special angle and curves, and
That's yours too.
it is one. It's a special tool. Like Jim's part number's on your. I think it's on the bottom here. I just can't read it. I think it's like $19.99. It's only $30 handling fee to get it. We can probably get you one from Home Depot for $2. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got to get this up around here somehow. So I'll put the fat in right in here like that.
Uh-huh.
So hold the hammer handle. That's going to want to move. So you bend that a little bit. Okay, we got. Okay. Now we want to get this thing to go in there a little bit. So I got to use a little muscle strength, like that. So you do that.
Yep.
See, this is like a hammer handle, except it hurts more when you use it, though.
Yeah, I noticed the hammer wasn't squeaking.
Now the next thing is we got this line here in the way, but is this tight? Yes, we need to break this free so that we can bend on the vent line. Is this metric?
No.
Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and bend this out of the way a little bit. There, see how you bend that a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Bend it back a little bit. There we go. You want to make sure it doesn't hit anything. Okay, now you come back in here. Now we got too much. Need to bend it in this side a little bit now too. Bend it in that way. Bend it back a little bit. There. So you hand twist that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Manipulator. I thought you were the manipulator.
No, I'm the eliminator.
I thought you were the manipulator, you said before.
No, no.
Yeah, maybe.
That's our government.
That's the government does that? Oh, okay. Now we gotta get this thing from here up to here. The problem is this is bent the wrong angle right here, and there's no leverage to bend that. 'Cause it's pretty hard to do that.
So we put a piece of pipe on the end?
Well, you could do that, but that tends to bend them a little bit. So, you know, you could put the correct tool on there and bend it. But I know how you are. You're impatient, and
Well, we're combat vets.
you don't want to do it the correct way or anything, so. Just have to go there and see we got the work with nearby. I wonder how strong that is. Not much. Okay, so we're going to use the official combat tool. That means we're going to butcher it. Now, if you had the fitting that went on there, it would protect that piece a lot more. And see, this is not even in the right angle to do that. So that's too big. So you have to come back and use this tool here. Okay, now see, that gets you almost the right spot. Now you need to know something to bend it against that's soft but with leverage. Something that kind of resembles a piece of wood. Here, hold that. Got a hell of an angle. I'm going to use it now, though. You pull that down there.
Yep.
I'm glad we creased it a little bit, because this is not the right tool. Okay, it's definitely not the right tool. Got that around that fitting over there. Okay, still need to go more this way. Where's that nut at? See how that's all screwed up now because somebody did it the wrong way. Flattened it. It got oval on us because somebody didn't do it right. Well, who would have done that? I have a specialty tool for fixing that. Where's the bad spot at? Right there. Bend away from this so I don't hit this. Or hold it. Yeah. Do that some more though. Okay. We'll put out a little bit more. Okay. Now I need some strength here. It'd be nice to get the right tools. We don't have those, so we have to make do. Do you like the incorrect tools I was using?
Oh, yeah. The spike's used to combat repairs.
See, the YouTubes don't like them when I use all their fancy tools. So we have to show them how to do it when you don't have any tools. Okay. So I bent the line, so now it's out. Now I'm going to have to bend the line in, and I'm using the tank to hold it, but we don't want to break this fitting off if we can avoid it. So we're going to have to do something about that. Where's the crescent wrench?
Knuckle buster?
Whatever you want to call it, I don't give a shit. There you go. You can't even put that in there. Get it in this direction. Perfect. Okay, your job is to push in on it and contradict the pressure I'm going to put on it.
Okay.
Because I'm going to push like hell on this side and bend this line. So you can see how it's got this S-bend in it going the wrong way. So we're going to make an adjustment on this fitting right here. Okay, see right there?
Mm-hmm.
bend it with. Too many lines in the way. Okay, look out. I need to get in there with something that I can push with. There we go.
Want a smaller one?
Nope, this will work. Yeah, little knuckle buster there. Okay, that one's in. That one's in. Okay.
How about in here? You push that in anymore?
Well, that'll raise it up, but yeah, we can do that. We got a problem right here, though. Pull that down right there. Rebend it. Okay. Put it up. This is way out here, which it doesn't really need to be either, but something like this with this. See? Let me do that. Except we got a problem doing it just that way. A thing called a brake rod comes through here. I'm not sure where your brake rod is at. Look up. So I can bend this line in far enough to get away from the brake rod. This is gonna hurt. Don't have the leverage I need to bend that. Turn with a screwdriver or something for it to use. There we go. There. So you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Now you bend it in.
Wow.
Okay, something right behind that. Preferably like a big screwdriver. Called manipulating the lines around. That's a nice screwdriver there. Okay, hold that right like that. Get behind it. Okay, there we go. Okay, where's the yellow line at? That one's good, and that one's good. Got lots of room there. Got a lot of different bends than it used to have now. You notice that?
Yeah, looks good.
And we have full access to a spark plug. That's the important part.
Yep.
Okay, now we go ahead and tighten this down a little bit. I think we already had that pretty tight. Get the camera here. I don't know how you're supposed to get in here because you get your stupid exhaust pipe in the way. Like I told you, you can't tighten this down with exhaust in here. Guess what? You can't tighten it down with stupid exhaust in here. So let's hold this exhaust on because it's got to come off. Here, take this and leave. You go. Yeah, look at that. Now we have access to work on oil lines when we get the exhaust pipe out of the way. There's a reason why I mentioned that earlier. You know what that reason was?
So we could get the
So we get to the exhaust
oil lines?
To the oil lines, yes. Now see how this line here is in the way too?
Yeah,
Because why?
because it's in front of the other one.
Because you didn't throw the bike on the floor to the left like you were supposed to, like it said in the service book, so you can work on it.
Oh,
Remember that?
no.
Oh, you didn't get that
You
part?
didn't explain it to me.
Okay, you notice how I have that tightened down now.
Yeah.
Okay, now is this one tight here? Yeah, 9/16. About the only wrench I don't have out right now. Unless this is it there, that'll work. Okay, that appears to be tight. Okay.
Oh, we loosened up this one up here, right?
I know. I had to get the camera where they can see what I'm doing. So that's tight. I think the other one was tight too right here. We might as well check it again just to make sure it's tight. Is it tight?
It's tight, good and tight.
Okay. So now, not only do we have the fitting on right away, and the exhaust is out of the way, it can work now. And we have to modify this too. That's a good reason to have that out of my way. This wire seems to be connected right now. But you notice how you got an oil leak right here. Do you see this fitting right here moving?
Yeah.
Do you think maybe that leaks oil?
I wasn't sure if it was from
No.
there or all of this
No.
stuff
Do you
that was
see
blown
that?
by
Do you see
before.
that material that's in there that appears to be not doing its job anymore?
Uh-huh.
See, if you were in here working earlier when you could fix all these oil leaks, you would have noticed that the oil pressure switch was loose.
Ah.
And the stupid gasket that somebody put in there that's not supposed to be there
Uh-huh.
is possibly causing a leak.
Okay.
So why don't you go find whatever that is under there. Feels like a straight slot.
Okay.
Okay, so we got this line in here. We come up here. We're kind of tight right in here, so I'd like to have a little more clearance right there. So that means if you want a little bit of clearance, you just stick your tool in here and you get a little clearance. See I get clearance now. So now we got clearance. We have clearance of transmission. Transmission is all the way forward right now. So we have clearance. Oh. We have clearance all the way up through here. This line behind it has clearance. It's not hitting on anything. It's not rubbing on the frame. This isn't rubbing on anything. We have clearance up under here. It's tight, but we do have some clearance. You probably need a little extra clearance there. You didn't have enough clearance in that clearance. I've got to work on that slightly there. And then this fitting here, I just tighten up, it's out of the way. So I want a little bit more clearance on this line because that's too close. So work on that. We have full access to our spark plug right now because I moved the line from here to there. Now it's all tucked in where it belongs out of the way. And then we also have a brake rod that comes right through here now that we have full access to. And that goes like that. See how it goes full access? So all of this stuff you got to figure out when you're doing this stuff. You might have to put a 1/2 inch on there to hold the thing. Hold the switch. Okay, I'm going to try to put a screwdriver in there and get a little extra clearance. I would like to have more than a few thousandths clearance. Okay, where's that screwdriver at? Do we have another screwdriver floating around?
What's that?
No, I don't need it. I got this right here. Okay, there. I got that right there. Except now I need that hammer. I need that handle to beat on it. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this way. We're going to take this screwdriver, put it right here. Here, I got a job for you to do. Hit that with a hammer. Yeah? Okay. There. That was called a precision adjustment by the manipulator. There's the manipulator. Okay, so now we have more than a couple thou clearance up under there now, see? We still have clearance to our line here. And this line has clearance on everything. So nothing rubs against anything. It's free to vibrate and not hit anything. That's what you want. And the lines are tight. Now this fitting here is bent a little bit more than it should have been, but hopefully that's not a problem because we did not bend this correctly. If we bent it correctly, it might not have been a problem, but hopefully this doesn't leak here. If it leaks here, we're going to have to redo this. Hopefully it doesn't leak. We'll have to actually use a tube bender and put a curve in there like it's supposed to have in it, unlike what we did. Because you didn't want me to do it the proper way. What's the problem under here?
The screw's not coming out.
Well, you actually have to put it in a screw, in a screwdriver slot.
Yeah, that's what I was
Is that a
looking
Phillips screwdriver slot, maybe?
for.
I think it's a Phillips. It's a Phillips screwdriver slot. I think it's the
You gotta
problem.
be kidding me.
No, it's a straight blade. It's just you have to push it in straight.
Yeah.
Okay, now go ahead and pull that fitting out. Where's that oil pan I told you to get rid of?
You told me to get rid of it.
I'd bring it back. It's gonna get wet. It might get wet.
You know what's gonna.
That's not the proper torque for your oil pressure switch. Now, what do you think they have under there?
I have no idea.
Look at that massive oil leak we're getting now. Okay, I would clean it off and see what the hell they got stuck in there, because I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to be there, whatever that is. What do they got on there?
Feels like rubber.
Okay, you know what rubber does when you let it sit and have age?
Especially with oil on it.
It swells up from the oil, petroleum products, and then it gets hard and cracks. In this case, it got soft and mushy. So now you get that crap off of there. Now you have a direct fitting on there. Now, at most, they would have had a small copper washer that went in there. At most. Where's that fancy tube fitting dope he was using?
What?
That sealer he was putting on the end of your fittings.
Right here.
Okay, why don't you put a little bit of that on there and tighten it back up into the hole.
Do I wash this off?
Why? It's just going to get oil on it anyway.
Oh.
You didn't wipe anything else off over here. Why worry about that?
Wipe a lot of it off.
If you wipe this stuff off, you'd actually maybe see the oil leaks.
Well, I was hoping the paint would
Hide it?
hide it.
Yeah. Famous last words. Okay, while you're playing around with that, I'm going to look for the oil line. Hope that doesn't leak up there because it looks like crap. Okay, where's the main line at? There we go, here's the main line. Now, yeah, on an oil line, you always want to put the hardest line to do first. So is it going to be this one up here or the one down here? Actually, it's the one down here is the hardest one. After you get them up in there, then you go around over here. See how you have to switch, see how you have to pull this thing up to make it line up. So go ahead and give it a little bit of a yank right now. So when it goes on it, you don't have to have that pressure on it. There. See, now it fits in there like it's supposed to, see? If you don't have a load on these parts, when they're unmounted, they won't break and crack.
Guten Tag.
Did you put anything on that thing?
Yep.
Good. Dark over here.
Yeah, it didn't get dark over there.
Yes, it did. Got a lot of goo on that damn threads.
Yeah. It's that aircraft mechanic that's working on it.
Why is the fitting inside the motor loose?
The what?
Why is the other fitting turning?
I don't know.
Need a bigger wrench. Bigger than that. Is that metric?
I hope not.
Got a lot of paint on it. That's the problem. There, you gotta get through all the paint. Now you notice how this fitting is tightening up if I put pressure on it. Okay, I want about 3/4 of a turn. And the fitting that goes in the tank. That might have been a little bit of a leak too. Okay, that's tight. That's tight. A little bit close right here on our oil line. So I'm going to put a little bit of pressure on this. Back here. And right here. There we go. That bends the line out, so we got a 1/4 inch clearance now on the line. Okay. I took off about 20 layers of paint to get that wrench on that fitting now. Okay, now we have a gap in here now. Right there, you can see it. So we got clearance. We'll have clearance by the pipe through here whenever we put the pipe back on here. Got good clearance. Got good clearance and all this stuff. Everything's got clearance. And except for this right here is the only area I don't like. Everything else is good. Alright. Found a washer on the floor. Might need that for something. Oh, it's on the floor again. It likes being on the floor. Okay, did you tighten that up?
I did.
Without a piece of crappy rubber in there?
Without.
Alright, and you got a wire on there and everything.
Yeah.
Alright.
Just like you taught me.
You even almost wiped off some of the oil.
Yeah.
Why don't you wipe off a little more of that oil that's under there?
Okay.
There's a whole bunch of it up here by the breather.
Yeah.
Now, while we have access to this area, did you think maybe you should check the nut under here and see if it's tight?
What nut is that?
The one that oil line goes to.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah, we should.
Probably a good time to do it. I think it's almost like a 3/4. Here's your 11/16, but it might be bigger than that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's bigger than that one. I'll go get a 3/4.
I thought I had a 3/4 here.
Well, we got all kinds of wrenches out here. We don't have a 3/4. Here's that frame exhaust bracket that he couldn't find. It's right there. There's paints on that one.
There's paint on it.
Yeah,
Is that bigger?
maybe. Try that crescent wrench under there. Maybe that'll work.
How about 7/8?
It ain't gonna be that big. The wrench is too big anyway.
Wait a minute.
Looked like it moved though.
It did.
You mean it wasn't tight?
Am I going right? Yeah.
You're rounding it off. You're not tightening it. You're rounding it off.
Yeah.
I think you were. I can't see. You're not on the wrench. You're not on the bar.
So what's in between?
I don't know.
13, 15.
All I know is you're rounding the damn nut off.
15/16.
If you had a nice short crescent inch, it'd be nice. Okay, it appears to be pretty snug.
This?
It's pretty tight.
Good and tight?
It's good and tight. You're good and tight. Don't break it.
It's good and tight. That there was 13/16.
There you go. Perfect. Look at that. Goes all the way up to there. All right. I'd wipe this area down pretty good while you have access, just to make sure it's semi-dry. Now, before you put all this crap back under here, what about putting the transmission here and tighten these bolts up and you got access to them?
And then the adjust the chain, get the chain the right length.
Yeah, all of that stuff before the other crap goes on.
Yeah.
What size nuts are these big-ass nuts you got under here?
They're big ass.
Bigger than 3/4 on that one. That one is 3/4.
Well, do we have to? Oh, you've already adjusted the primary, right?
No, I haven't done anything. I'm trying to get some wrenches over here to pick up some of the slack. I'm pretty sure this is not the right size wrench. You should have a socket under here, so why don't you go in my toolbox over there and get me some tools I can take this off.
The junk.
No, my actual tool bucket that's laying over there on the counter.
Oh.
See, we're trying to tighten these nuts up under here with wrenches, and you should be using sockets.
What size do you need?
I'd say 11/16 and something bigger than a 3/4. If you brought the whole bucket over here, it'd probably be quicker. Because more than likely, I'm going to need more than just a socket. Put it on the floor where it belongs. More than likely, I'm going to need like a ratchet and all kinds of crap.
Yeah.
See, that doesn't fit. And see, that's too big. Okay, that's one, that's two, and then this big last thing over here is bigger. Yeah, see, that's like a metric. The 13/16 does put it down onto it. Okay. So I'm going to tighten these up really tight with my bare hand. There we go. Okay, now there's a adjuster right here. Now if you put too much tension on it, it just bends the bolt up. It just goes in a groove right there. Okay, how much tension's on that primary chain right now? Yep, that doesn't fit. A whole inch, huh?
From high to low.
The
Okay.
transmission's moving now.
Oh yeah, and it doesn't have.
How much you got?
Well, you need to check it. It's like moving a quarter of an inch.
Well, you better quit tightening it then if you only got a quarter inch. Like you said, you got an inch and a half.
Right.
What do you got now? You ain't got nothing. How much you got?
Yeah.
How much is that?
Nothing.
It's called tight. Why don't you say it was tight?
Well, because I was moving it up and down.
You were yanking on with about 50 pounds of pressure?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that how you adjust your pants in the morning against your balls?
No.
Okay, well, I would use the same tension you do on your balls in the morning. You'd probably be close to what's supposed to be on there.
I'll remember that.
Yeah, I got to put that in terminology you understand. You Army guys are kind of slow.
But we do learn.
I don't know.
Oh yeah. That's why we came to Tatro machine.
Okay, what do you got now?
About a full inch.
Oh, it'd be nice if you told me we were getting close to what we wanted.
Well, you didn't tell me what we wanted.
Well, how much chain clearance do you normally run?
Right there. Check this.
Okay, I'm over here. I can't check it from here.
Half-inch play, is that?
That's a good starting point until it breaks in. Now, is that on a tight spot or a loose spot?
Oh, well, we don't know
Do you have
that.
the clutch basket all the way in? Do you have the clutches in here yet with tension on it?
No.
And I don't see a half inch. That's like not even a quarter.
Really?
Yeah, look. How much is that? It's like 3/16.
Well, you push down as well?
That's pretty tight. Yeah.
Oh, so it's just up and relaxed, right?
Yeah, well, you could go like that and got 5 inches of play, but in the real world you only got this much.
All right. Well, you teach me the right way, and I'll keep doing it the right
Well,
way.
how much pull do you put on your balls in the morning? I just told you.
I don't measure that.
You don't yank that hard on them in the morning, do you?
No.
Yeah, I know. Some people might like that. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Okay. I'm sure glad we know what we're doing around here. Now, see, I'm back to where I was working because I had to go do your job.
I mean, you had to do the training?
Because I had to do the oil lines. And I had to butcher that one line. It might leak up here because some bozo didn't bend it correctly up here.
Uh-oh. Who was that?
I don't know.
Well, let's not look for blame. Let's just
Okay.
fix the problem.
Well, the problem is you didn't put a tube bender on here and bend it correctly. That's the problem, but some people are that way. They just want to
Yeah.
butcher everything. Okay, so where's your clutch at? Where's your half-inch black socket at?
Who's what?
Where's your tools at? Here, I can't work everything. It's hard to do everything and work the camera.
Oh. You want me to come over and work the camera?
Well, I can't work the camera and do this, but I do have a tripod. People piss and moan they can't hear me and they can't see and they're getting a headache because it's zooming in and out and banging the camera around and all that stuff like that too. Oh yeah, there's a good shot. We're gonna get a studio shot now. Get the hero shot.
Yeah.
You get everything done now?
we'll get it cleared away.
You were supposed to be working while the video was going.
Oh,
You didn't work?
yeah, it's cleared up.
More wasted video time? Jeez. He wasted a bunch of time there, didn't he? Yeah, I missed that action. Can you repeat that? No, he left. All right, we're going to work on something here. Be back in a second.